Evening fellow coin collectors, Coin Snatcher here with a special little video on the Isle of Man 50p's. So you'll see in front of you the Christianity and Man 50p's. There's 4 of those, and they're some of the nicest 50p's that have been released in the last 3 decades, in my opinion. Stunning Celtic design on them, really nice script. Really nice coins all round. Excellent. 4 of those in a row. They only did them for 4 years. So these 4 coins preceded the series that I want to talk about tonight. And this series of coins, if you're not familiar with it, it's from the Isle of Man. It celebrates Milner's Tower, and these coins, I thought there was a run of them from 2004 to 2016. I was exactly right. There is a run of them from those years. However, where it gets a little bit more interesting is that there's various die marks on these coins. So you'll see just up to the left of the 50 in this one, there's what looks like 2 little anchor marks. Now those little anchor marks are in fact A's. So the die mark on this coin is AA. So when it comes to collecting the 50p's from the Milner Tower series, there's 28 of them in total. So you can see that obviously in a few years there's going to be more than one die mark. And a good example of that is the 2004 year to start with. So 2004 you have an AA and you have a 2004 AB. Now, I did a little bit of research on New Mista this afternoon while I was getting to terms with all of this, and quite interesting to note the percentages for the Milner's Tower 50p that appear in people's collections. So people with the 2004 50p with the AA die mark, 7% of collectors have registered that as being in their collection, but with the AB die mark, it's only 0.8%. Next year, 2005, AA die mark 3%. 2006, AA die mark 4%. AB die mark 0.5%. Now, after doing a bit of research into these die marks, they change the dies when the dies are worn, but there's also a differentiation in dies depending on the finish of the coin, and it gets quite complicated with the Popjoy Mint because they would use different dies, mix the dies up. Dies would wear out, numbers would be replaced, and the whole thing does become quite confusing, even more so if you go into the Isle of Man Christmas 50p's and just generally these Isle of Man coins that have the die marks on them. So it's all really interesting because it means that instead of having 13 Isle of Man Milner Tower coins to collect, I've now got 28. So the collection that I thought in terms of a date run was complete. I did have an example from every year, but I don't have an example of every die mark from every year. So went through the couple of spare 50p's that I had and was able to find 1 or 2 more that I was able to put into this date run. And while I've been looking on eBay and New Mista and Isle of Man coins and taking advice from Les Woodward, thanks Les, we've come to this sort of finish point now with the coins where I've ordered a few more today, and I think the remaining ones might be slightly more difficult to get. So I've got the 2004 AA, 2004 AB, I don't have it and I haven't ordered it. I've got the 2005 AA. Now if there's only one little card, then there was only one issue that year. So in 2005 they didn't use an AB die or anything else, it was just AA. So 2005 is AA, 2006 is AA, and then 2006 we also had an AB. So I don't have that one and I don't have it on order. Next year, 2007, we had the AA, and 2007 the AB. So you can see a bit of a pattern starting to build up here with the way the dies mark. You can imagine die AA wearing out, pop in die AB. when AB wears out, you go on to B, BA, BB, so on and so forth. But it's not as easy as that. So, 2007 AB, I don't have it, and I don't have it on order. 2008 AA, I have. 2009 AA, I don't have, and I don't have it on order. 2009 AB, I do have. 2010 AA, have that one. 2011 AA is there. Now 2012 AA, and then we go on to 2012 BA. So it would seem that a lot of these BA dye marks at the minute are the rarer ones, and I think the only way you're going to find these is if you did what I did this afternoon and you patiently go through the listings on the eBay, and between the magnifier and the phone and the standard little magnifying glass that I like to use, you can normally work out which mint mark you're looking at. But they are worn or they're not struck very well, then it does become quite difficult. So 2012 BA, haven't got it on order. 2013 AA, I've got a little card in there with a tick on it, which means that one has been ordered, so that one will be making its way to me. 2013 AB, we have this AB one, so that's nice. Hopefully that's one of the rarer ones. And then 2014 AA is missing, and 2014 AB is on order, on its way to us. Now it is worth noting as well, and I've asked this of people before, but I know the answer. I'm always hoping that somebody will turn around and go yes, is do the Isle of Man give out the mintage figures for these coins? And generally the answer is no. To a certain extent, we don't even think records are kept of the mintages. All we do know is that because there's a lot less people live in the Isle of Man, the mintages for the coins are a lot lower. So when you divide that down and you then divide the coins down into separate die marks, you can become quite limited in how many coins have actually been struck, especially too if they put some of these cards into packs. If they were repackaged for some other company and sold on, then it all plays on the die marks as well. So 2014 AB, and then 2014 BA, and then 2014 BB. So 2014 BB is on order, and this seems to be one of the first years where we're actually up to 4 different versions of, or not 4 different versions, but 4 different mint marks on the coin. So 2014 is definitely one of the key years in the Milner's Tower run. So we move on, we've got 2015 with the AA die mark. Strangely, we have 2015 with an AC die mark, but we don't have an AB die mark on that. So it could be that an AB die mark just simply didn't exist that year, they didn't make it, or they just had an AC and used that. Or the C could refer to the actual coin being of a proof flat coin or a diamond finish coin or whatever the finish of it is. So again, it does get a little bit more complicated. The more of these appear in one year, then the more choices there are concerning whether it was just the die that was worn out and replaced, or whether it was actually a different finish of coin, or whether it was a coin that was packaged differently. So we've got 2015 AA, AC, BA and BB, and we also have BC, and then we also have DA. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So far 2014 and 2015 are definitely key years. I've ordered the AC and the BA, so those two will be on their way. Haven't ordered 2015 BC, have to keep an eye out for that. And 2015 DA is on its way as well. And then to finish it off, we have the 2016 year. We have 2016 AA, which I'm missing and haven't ordered, and 2016 AB, which I do have. And 2016 AB would have been the last one of these Milner Tower coins that was struck in 2017. it went on to the Lochton Ram, which became the definitive coin, and that was struck then each year in the preceding years up to 2020. So that's it for now. That is my reorganised Isle of Man 50p date run. I've had to get another tray and pop the surplus from down here onto the next tray. So this now starts off at, I think it's 1999, goes all the way up to the end of the Milner Towers at 2016, 2017, runs on through 2017, 18, 19 and 20. And then of course we've got all the Isle of Man coins that are in the packs as well, the bank ones, the nice quality ones. So that's it. I've spent the Sunday afternoon, a lovely afternoon with the window open, the sun shining in, looking at all these fantastic juice coins, and it is great because it doesn't always have to be about the really expensive silver coins or the sets, or it can be just as simple as finding a 50p on eBay for £1.50 with 49p postage, and you think, oh, there's a 50p out of the 700 I have, there's one I don't have. So it's a great thrill still to add these 50p's into the collection. It's great too to pick up knowledge from other 50p collectors who have the same sort of enthusiasm and get the bug for it. I really intended this afternoon just to have a quick look over the Milner's Towers and just familiarise myself with it a bit more, and 3-4 hours later reorganised all the 50p's, ordered some of the ones I don't need, and worked out all the different die marks and which ones are the more difficult ones to get. So big thanks to Les, who sent me loads of information about these 50p's and has offered me these 50p's as well. I think, as you can see, we're probably down to some of the rarer ones now. So Les, if you have any of these rare ones, happily send them my way. But that's it for now, guys. Do any of you folks collect the Milner Tower 20p's? If you do, leave a little message down below. Let me know if you've looked into these die marks, what you think of it, if it's something that would get you interested in the Isle of Man 50p's as well. Well, that's it for now. Peace and love. Coin Snatcher out.